In 1981, a little boy named Alexander asked my father a question that changed this organization forever. He said, "Preacher, if there really is a God, why does he let me go to bed hungry at night?" For the last 35 years, Heaven Train has been looking for ways to answer that question. Hi, my name is Andy Batten. I am one of the pastors with Heaven Train. In 1981, my dad founded this organization, and when Alexander asked that question, it really changed things for us. That next Saturday or Sunday, my dad went to preach at his church, and instead of preaching a sermon, he shared the story. And a young man named Pat, who worked at McDonald's at the time, took his week's paycheck and he cashed it. He bought $90 worth of gift certificates, and he came and gave those to my dad. He said, "I know this won't take care of the need, but make sure that Alexander gets some." That next Saturday, my dad went out and he was looking for Alexander, and when he found him, he gave him $10 worth of gift certificates. He said, "Alexander, you asked me a question last week." And he said, "Yes, sir," because I didn't answer you. But let me tell you that there is a God out there, and it is not his will that a little boy like you would ever go hungry. If your mom asks you where these gift certificates came from, you tell her that 2,000 years ago, a man named Jesus gave up his life on a cross so I could give these to you in his name. After that, we looked for ways that we could love our community and answer the question. And many of the early days projects and efforts went into dealing with hunger. But over the 35 years, we've come to learn that it's not just the physical hunger that people are dealing with, but there's much deeper issues. And so part of today's celebration is about what we've learned and about what we're doing now to bring about transformation in this community. So after 25 years of loving on kids and meeting their physical and spiritual needs, in 2006 we had a summer where 9 of our Heaven Train kids were shot and killed. It was the bloodiest summer that our neighborhood had experienced, and what we realized was that while we were effective at reaching young people, children, by the time they got to teenagers, those same kids were getting involved in things that were very destructive. And we knew that we needed to do something to create a change. So our first move that we came up with was to develop a basketball team made up of the kids from the 5 different gangs in our neighborhood. It went really well, and those kids began to teach us what it would take to really bring about transformation with their peers. We started a mentoring program and a tutoring program at East Tech High School. And out of that, we started seeing kids graduate and go to college. Next year, we're going to have the first group of kids from that initial batch of basketball players that not only have graduated high school, but will be graduating from college. And they're looking to come home to invest their life in creating the transformation that we've been dreaming. And in order for us to help them do that, we needed to bring in someone to help with that transition. And that's why we brought in Ron.
Like Andy was saying, the past 10 years of going deeper rather than wider have generated an amazing group of leaders that are preparing to graduate from college, come back to the city that they love, and pour into the kids they love. And it reminds me of this saying that we've all heard: you give a man a fish and he eats for a day, but if you teach a man to fish, he eats for his whole life. And you'll be incredibly hard pressed to find, and I know because I've tried, to find another ministry who's fed more kids and who's taught more kids how to feed themselves within the urban context. But even that, we are realizing, is not enough. Our challenge now is to continue to create the spaces where our young leaders coming back from college, our volunteers, our kids, and our indigenous leaders rising up in our communities can come together and build relationships that lead to multiplying discipleship. There are multiple ways to contribute. Go to heaventrain.org to volunteer alongside us, donate if you're able to, but no matter what, please share this video to spread the message.